I don't think I've ever been in a country as relaxing as Sweden. Amazing forests, countless lakes, pop-up wildlife, and incredibly strict speed limits. I want to find out how petrolheads still get their fix here. So I'm meeting up with a legend in a world gone sideways.
There aren't many guys that ride as long as I have so far. And, you know, I don't look at it like I'm an old guy. I mix with youngsters all the time. You know, I'm racing against guys that are half my age and even less. Guys, I can be the father to many of the guys that we raced against today, you know? And I don't think I am, though. But,
Greg Hancock, born in the 70s, is a four-time Speedway world champion and captain to Team USA. He's the Valentino Rossi of Speedway. Just as skilled, just as chilled, and just as bloody good at what he does.
I started in 1979 in Junior Speedway, and I went to Europe to start my professional career in 1989. I've been in it, and I've had my ups and downs, believe me, and knock on wood, I haven't had any really...
4 world titles.
Yeah, I got 4 world titles. No injuries that have, like, stopped me from riding more than some months. And that is, for me, is the greatest achievement.
Do you still remember like what it was like for the first time mastering the bike?
Without a doubt. I mean, I remember the first time riding the bike that, for me, was, you know, probably one of the greatest memories I still have. And how difficult it was. Just remember, like, so much respect for the motorcycle that I had. And I just kept doing laps and doing laps. And when I was at school, I was daydreaming about riding.
And is it like, at one point, you get it and you're like, oh, this is how you do it? Yeah.
I remember you just getting the back end to slide once.
Yeah.
That little bit of a, and that was it. I told everybody, yeah, I'm sliding now, and you know, and I can do it. But it took me probably a good year before I really figured out how to slide the bike.
Could I be able to make a turn in a day of trying?
You ride motorcycles,
Yeah.
right? Of course you can.
So there we go. I meet up with Greg at his local training track, where he not only keeps himself in shape, but also shows young hyper talents like Luke Becker the way of the drift. Are you his son?
No, I'm not his son. I get asked that a lot, though.
Yeah.
No, that's just basically my teacher right now. I've been living over here with him here in Europe and just learning everything with Speedway. So trying to make a living over here because, as you probably know, it's not as big back home in the States. So
Sadly, Luke's had a big crash and he can't rumble. I guess I'll have to help. Why do the bikes run on methanol?
As long as I've been alive, they've been running on methanol, and it's a much cooler burn. First of all, so the engines don't run as hot, and also creates more power. I'd like to say they do it more for the smell, but I don't think it's all there. When I say now, let the clutch out, and then when it starts to turn over, just feed it on and just ride it. It's going to feel strange because that footrest is close to the ground, and your feet are going to want to drag, so you just got to kind of find your way.
Yeah, okay.
Don't try to turn right. Go ahead, stick your helmet on, I'll give you a push.
Cool.
Like that, easy.
This is difficult. The concept of these bikes hasn't changed in decades. Big single cylinder, one gear, no brakes. It's like wrestling a little dinosaur. One with a ferocious bite once that giant flywheel gets up to speed.
Really, the only way to break traction is to, just like that, all the way forward.
Okay. So the key is to relax, to move your weight, to twist that throttle without hesitation, and to enjoy the slide. It's the most extreme form of yoga I've ever seen. And it's very, very Swedish. This is hard, man.
Yeah. Enjoy it?
Yeah, absolutely. But next time we take it even further. Think turbocharged. Think gazillion euro motorcycle collections. Think barely legal agriculture. Sweden. So much more than design.